Serious fun in the middle for a very good cause, the IFA Foundation Charity Challenge Cup, and that was all the frenzied activity with the camera crews running around, the paparazzi falling over themselves, and you can imagine why when you see the little, what is that? Is it a mini moke? You remember the mini moke? And they've got two of these mini mokes parked out on the SSC here. Initially there was a little bit of a worry about the ground conditions and if the Minimoke will actually be able to travel around the ground, but you can see them in the background now. And this is the Sunil Shetty 11 having lost the toss, taking the middle, and Sangakkara's side. In fact, I think we're just going to try and see who's going to be opening the batting for them. In the meantime, tell me a little bit about this. You talk about, you've been around the world, you watch cricket around the world. These charity occasions are very much part of the game these days.
Before that, Sean, let's not forget that there is no more acting here today. It's all serious. It's important that...
Are you telling me that the makeup has come off and we're all going to get serious now?
It's very serious. You can't be acting anymore.
Well, you're going to stop wearing makeup then. You have to stop doing that.
Not just the makeup. Not just the makeup. It's the real thing. But
yes, true.
Yes, indeed. And, well, this is the kind of atmosphere we've been having here. The Bollywood stars moving around, talking to people, waving at the fans.
These stars are huge around the world, not just here in Sri Lanka or in the Maldives, where they've got millions and millions of fans, and around the world, of course, you've got millions more, and to have them close up for the Sri Lankan fans is a very special occasion. Umpires are walking out. You can't miss the umpires for their red and black strip, when you see the stature of these stars, you begin to understand the celluloid screen image, of course, is a different story, but it translates rather well. So here we are now at the SSC, beautiful blue sky on one side, and we hope those dark clouds on the other side will be pushed away by the intensity of the heat in the middle. The cricket is going to happen in a second, and I hope these lads, and we can call them lads, I dare call them lads, have spent a little bit of time in terms of the physical conditioning, because, you know, to suddenly have to start running around these grounds, and some of these are film stars who maybe play a little bit of cricket, we'll soon find out. Here we go with the two openers for Sri Lanka, the unmistakable stature of Kalu Witharna. And we're just trying to see on a white shot there it goes. That's Sunil Shetty's 11. They're not too concerned about where they're going to stand. There's the greeting, a traditional greeting for Kalu. Tons of respect, I think, there from Sunil Shetty and everybody else who's talking to him, Roshan, because this man alone, with the likes of Sanat Jayasuriya, changed the face of opening stands or the opening partnership for cricket around the world. So they love him. And it's wonderful to see him back all padded up with the lid on, because he is now in a very special role for Sri Lanka cricket. And opening with him is, I think, from here, I think it is, yes it is, the unmistakable sight of Mr. Avishka Gunawardene.
Well, the ground, to begin with, the boundaries are much smaller than the conventional game of cricket, and Avishka Gunawardene happens to be the coach of the SSC side. He's used to be a very hard-hitting batsman, and he's still good enough. Romesh Kalu Witharna, and the little Kalu as he was called.
Maybe, Roshan, can I say this? Between these two, the reputation around the world that they were perhaps two of the hardest hitting batsmen in the game when they were playing.
I think this is a bit of an unfair contest, in fairness. Particularly Sangakkara's 11 seem to have more cricketers, and Sunil Shetty's 11 has more actors.
Roshan, if you've got these two opening for you and the boundaries have been brought in closer, there's not much of a chance from the other side. But Sunil Shetty might have a few little tricks up his sleeve.
Maybe Mahela Jayawardene, Parvez Maharoop, but thankfully it's only 10 overs.
True, and I think Mahela might just have a bowl himself. Doesn't he bowl a little sort of medium-pace trundlers? He keeps the seam up and throws it down the side.
You can call it anything. He can bowl medium pace, he can bowl spin.
You can call it trundle.
This might be Parvez Maharoop. Yes, it's going to be Maharoop who's going to open the bowling. And Kumar Dharmasena, another one of those who was part of the 1996 World Cup winning team, and now one of the top umpires in the world, officiating. And that's another very well-known face, Vinod Kambli. formed a great partnership with Sachin Tendulkar from his early days as a youngster, and then for Bombay and for India. And he was in that 1996 World Cup Indian team, and of course famous for some great cricketing feats. And well, whilst the serious thing happens in the centre, you also got this happening in the sidelines.
Well, yes, and this is now part of the entertainment as they will go around greeting and wishing the crowd all the best. In the meantime, Parvez Maroof from the Torrington end, just waiting for the rest of the crowd. There's a whole bunch of photographers behind the bowling arm, and here is the first ball to Ramesh Kalutharna. Well, it wasn't, and Kalu just sort of took guard. Big smiles, but I rather think the smiles might end with the first ball. Let's have a look. Here we go.
Parvez Maroof bowling of a much shorter run, and Kalutharna. Well, that's a good piece of fielding, great piece of fielding, I must say. And they'll come back for 3 runs. We may not have the conventional methods of diving and sliding, Nishant, but that's still good enough. You see, good use of the feet.
Well, the skipper himself setting the example right from the outset. First ball, chased it down, managed to get his feet to it, stopped the ball. Here he is again. Always dangerous when you get this close. Oh, my goodness. Well done, skipper.
Leading from the front.
Absolutely. The dive would have been a very significant factor had he dived, but of course he chose to put the big foot out and stop it. Smile on Maroof. I think a little bit of the activity behind the bowler's arm needs to stop, even for this charity match. So Avishka Gunawardene, little smack on the bat as he always does.
Goes past the outside edge. That's a bad ball from Parvez Maroof. But let's not forget once again, Sean, let's remind everybody that this was possible courtesy Sri Lanka Tourism, and this match Sri Lanka cricket has got involved in a huge way. And Kiran More, former Indian wicketkeeper, donning the pads, the wicket-keeping pads. And well, he might get a boundary here. And very well fielded. And just a single. So the Sri Lankan pair also taking it a bit easy, not pushing it too much.
Too true. And of course we're going to have to be a little bit guarded. We're not going to have to look at the situation. Here it is, the ball coming around, nicely fielded, 2 hands down. Oops, just a bit of balance, but well picked up. Just good pressure on his knees there, but nice to see. The cricket is going to get serious as we go along. Here's Parvez Maroof, Sri Lanka cricketer, going to a former Sri Lanka cricketer, Ramesh Kalutharna. Let's see how we go.
There's a definite sense of seriousness out there. Maroof looking to bowl, not give runs away, just keeping it in the right place. And Kalutharna too, equal to the task. He's not going to hit every ball.
Well, of course, many years, Maroof would have spent time in the nets bowling to Kalu. And it's no different when you come to the middle.
Another dot ball. Not a bad start by Sunil Shetty's 11. It's a 10-over game. It's not a 20-over game. And in 10 overs, in a 10-over match, you'll be looking to smash the ball from ball 1. But just 4 runs in the first 5 balls is a good start. Here is the last ball. That's a wide. That has to be a wide. Umpire Tiron Vijayabardhan confirms. So another extra delivery.
Exactly. I'm not too sure what Maroof was thinking. It was a slower delivery, but it kept going. Here he is again. Maybe he was trying to run the fingers across there in terms of a cricketing reference.
I think it's a good opportunity to experiment something. 5 without loss at the end of the first over.
The website is up and running, ssclights.com. Former SSC skipper, former Sri Lanka player, and now coach of the SSC. Just looking to get his guard for what he will face from this end. And if you're joining us for the first time, good afternoon on a perfect day at the SSC. And here's the new bowler for Sunil Shetty's side. Parvez Maroof opened the bowling from one end, from the Torrington end. This is the tennis courts end, and we're just trying to get people behind the bowler's arm. They're just saying, kindly get out of the way, mate. You need to. Whoever stood behind